is crying, can't you hear the sound? The animals whisper their pain all around. It's time for love, for kindness to grow. Let's sow the seeds, let compassion show. Go vegan, go peace, let the world unite. Under the stars, in the moon's soft light, respect all lives, let harmony reign. A kinder world where love sustains. The fields are lush, the rivers run free. Life's a melody in perfect harmony. Break the chains, let the cruelty cease. Step into the light, embrace the peace. Every bite you take, it's a choice you make. A better world, it's there to create. Let the earth breathe, let the ocean sing. Together we rise, let the love begin.
Please permit us to give this address. Distinguished guests, fellow advocates, members of the media, animal lovers, environmentalists, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as we gather to commemorate the National Animal Rights Day here in Calabar. This event is a solemn reminder of our moral responsibility towards the billions of animals whose lives are being overlooked, exploited, and sacrificed for human convenience. Today, we join millions of compassionate individuals across the globe in recognizing that animals are sentient beings, capable of feeling pain, fear, joy, and affection. They are not mere commodities, tools, or resources. They are living creatures, deserving of respect, protection, and consideration. I wish to particularly acknowledge the efforts of the Vegan Journey Advocacy, whose unwavering commitment has placed animal rights discussions firmly within the Nigerian public space through education, awareness campaigns, community engagements, policy advocacy, and promotion of plant-based living. The Vegan Journey Advocacy has become one of Nigeria's leading voices for animals. Over the years, the organization has consistently worked to raise public awareness about the realities of animal suffering, promote humane treatment for animals across communities, encourage compassionate and sustainable food choices, advocate for stronger animal welfare protection, build partnership with local and international organizations committed to justice for all living beings. Our work demonstrates that animal rights is not a foreign concept, but a universal principle rooted in compassion, justice, and respect for life. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most important questions we must ask ourselves today is, why is animal cruelty unethical? Animal cruelty is unethical because it violates the fundamental principle that unnecessary suffering is wrong. If we acknowledge that animals can feel pain, then causing them needless harm becomes a moral issue. Cruelty towards animals is unethical for several reasons. First, it denies animals the intrinsic value. Animals have lives that matters to them. They seek safety, comfort, companionship, and freedom from suffering, just as humans do. To ignore these interests simply because they belong to another species is a form of discrimination that lacks moral justification. Secondly, cruelty erodes humans' compassion. A society that normalizes violence against vulnerable beings risks becoming less compassionate overall. Kindness towards animals helps cultivate empathy, responsibility, and respect for life. Thirdly, animal cruelty often harms the environment. Many forms of industrial animal exploitation contribute to the deforestation, pollution, biodiversity, and climate change. Protecting animals often goes hand in hand with protecting our planet. Fourthly, cruelty undermines the value of justice and fairness. The measure of a civilized society is often reflected in how it treats those with the least power to defend themselves. Animal depends on human beings for protection, not exploitation. As we commemorate the National Animal Rights Day, let us remember that animal rights is not about elevating animals above humans. Rather, it is about extending basic compassion and moral consideration to all sentient beings. Today we honor the countless animals who have suffered and died due to human actions. We mourn their losses, but we also commit ourselves to building a future where kindness replaces cruelty, where awareness replaces ignorance, and where justice extends beyond the boundaries of our species. I encourage everyone present today to become ambassadors of compassion, whether through education, advocacy, responsible consumer choices, support for human policies, or simply speaking up against cruelty whenever it occurs. Each of us has a role to play. Let Calabar continue to be a city that embraces compassion. Let Nigeria become a nation where animal welfare is taken seriously. And let this gathering inspire a movement that grows stronger with each passing year. On behalf of those who believe in a kinder world and more just world, I thank the Vegan Journey Advocacy, our planet and theirs too, all our partners, volunteers, and every participant here today for standing on the side of compassion. Together we can create a future where every living being is treated with dignity and respect. Thank you, and may compassion guide our action. Happy National Animal Rights Day. Thank you. God bless.
Let the earth breathe, let the ocean sing. Together we rise, let the love begin. Go vegan, go peace, let the world unite.
All right, thank you very much for still saying pute. At this point, we want to respectfully invite to make a formal declaration of animal rights. Join me as I invite the founder of the Vegan Journey Advocacy, Mrs. Joy Mong. Please, can you put our hands together for the founder of Vegan Advocacy, Joy Mong, as she comes on stage to take the formal declaration of animal rights.
The Declaration of Animal Rights. Since the dawn of humanity, there remains a group so consistently abused and marginalized that their suffering is ingrained in our everyday lives. If animals could freely talk, their chorus of cries would drown out every other sound in the world. We are all animals. We are living, breathing beings who share the same earth. We all feel pain and suffering when we are hurt or deprived of our lives, our families, our freedom. We all have the right to experience kindness, compassion, and dignity. We believe in the kinship of all beings and the possibility for us to coexist in peace and harmony on earth. Considering that all living beings on planet came originally from the same source and follow the same evolutionary principles, considering that all living beings on planet Earth inhabit the same lands, seas, and air, and therefore share them and their resources to live within and to live off of, comprising one ecological system. Considering that all living beings possess the same basic needs to survive, to seek happiness and pleasure and avoid pain. To live comfortably, to procreate, create families and other social structures. Considering that all living beings, as known to mankind, are sentient beings and therefore can feel pain, pleasure, sensation, feelings, and emotion. Considering that the human species is only one of millions of animal species and comprises of a minute minority in number compared to the billions of animals living in this planet. We thereby proclaim that, one, we hold this truth to be self-evident, that all beings are created equal and have the right to live, liberty and pursuit of happiness. Therefore, all animals have the same natural right to exist as any other living being. All animals have the right to be free, to live their lives on their own terms as intended by nature. All animals have the right to eat, sleep, be physically and psychologically comfortable, be mobile, healthy, safe, fulfill all their natural essential needs. As such, all animals are to be free from hunger, thirst, and malnutrition. Physical discomfort and exhaustion, confinement against their will, bad treatment, abusive or cruel actions, pain, injury and disease, fear and distress, and free to express their normal patterns of behavior. 5. All animals have the right to reproduce, live with their offspring, families, tribes, and community, and maintain a natural social life. They have the right to live in their natural environment, grow to a rhythm natural to their species, and maintain a life that corresponds to their natural longevity. 6. Animals are not the property of commodity of humans and are not theirs to use for the benefit of sustenance. Therefore, they are to be free from slavery, exploitation, oppression, victimization, brutality, abuse, and other treatments that disregards their safety, own free will, and dignity. They should not be slaughtered for food, killed to their skin, experimented on, killed for religious purpose, used for forced labor, abused and killed for sports and entertainment, abused for social profits, hunted, persecuted, and exterminated for human pleasure, needs, or other ends. 7. Humans shall do whatever is within their means to protect all animals. Any animal who is dependent on a human has the right to proper sustenance and care, and shall not be neglected, abandoned, or killed. 8. Animals who have died must be treated to respect and dignity as humans are. 9. We call for the protection of these rights. They must be recognized and defended by law, as human rights are. Any act which compromises the well-being or survival of an animal or species, or jeopardizes, contradicts, or deprives an animal or species of their right listed above, should be deemed a crime and should be punished accordingly. In witness thereof, this declaration is hereby signed today, the 7th of June, 2026, the Animal National Rights Day, in the city of Calabar. Thank you.
My name is Star. old. It's not good for killing animals, even though they bite. And when they bite, you can lock them in cage. Thank you very much.